question. So one of the things that I've picked up in the book, which is quite relatively controversial, not in my mind, it's not controversial, but to some people it's controversial, is the idea that education is the panacea and the only answer to social mobility is an idea that is very fundamentally flawed. And let me explain. Yeah. So education is important, of course it is, in the sense that we need to learn how to read and write. You need to be able to read your council tax and gas bill and be able to read the letters that come through your post and be able to communicate with people effectively, be able to count proficiently, and so on and so forth. So in terms of ability to be educated at the most basic level is important. But of course, then there are various levels: critical thinking, critical writing, and various other layers in which you can pursue education to its fullest sense of your capabilities. But the idea that education, which is often what the politicians propel, the idea that education alone is the answer to all of our social mobility ills is something that I think is causing us a massive, massive problem. Because what it does is it ignores all the other societal issues. It ignores the circumstances to which you are born. It ignores the parents to whom you were born. It ignores your capability to not really fulfill your potential because of the kind of environment that you have in your neighborhood, or even your genetics, quite frankly. It ignores all the issues to do with social and cultural capital. It ignores all these other factors and simply puts the issue of social mobility at the feet of the teachers and says, it's up to you guys to resolve this issue. It's up to you guys to make this country and make this society a more socially mobile society, when that's just simply not possible. They can't do it. They can't do it not because they don't want to do it. They can't do it because that's not true. And plus, they don't have the resources to do it in any event, insofar as they can contribute. And so that's probably one of the biggest fault lines that I think is a critical part. And relevant to your organization and the kind of work that you're doing in terms of the apprenticeships, the constant drive towards making everyone going to university and everyone has to get a law degree or some sort of degree that they may or may not use is also causing a lot of strain on the system. Whereas more and more people should be looking at and equating with the same level of quality the opportunities to do apprenticeships just as much as the opportunity to be carrying out a PhD or any other educational program that you might pursue. And I developed some of these ideas in the book as well.